turning this on because I wanted to report that this husband of... Oh, we're going this way?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stores yoga, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to a yoga class. Sunday morning yoga class.
Yay.
Yay for yoga class, which we have not done. I have not gone to... Have you gone? You've gone to yoga classes?
I think I went to a Bikram class once.
So, we were going occasionally to Bikram yoga classes together, which is a very hot yoga. And I inevitably leave there so nauseous I can barely walk. Just sweat out everything. I don't know what. So I've been really scared to go to yoga class since I've been on chemo, because who knows what I'll be sweating out. And also, I think it's significant to note that I'm going to a yoga class because I've had a mastectomy since the last time I've gone. I have one breast, and yoga classes... Yeah, I don't know how to put it, but there's a lot of body image stuff. And it's not, but it's not just, there's something there. I think it's not, Jim doesn't experience this. I think it has to do with him being a man. But I think for women, it's a major maybe you experience it, but not, I don't get the impression that you get it on the same level. Just it's a major trigger for all your body image and issues. So, I actually have not gone to yoga classes because of that. Partly because of that. Partly because I like to do my own thing. What?
Well, I was thinking I should turn there, but that was too late. It's alright. 30 seconds.
It'll work out.
Probably.
Yeah. On the way home, you can take the shortcut.
That's it.
That'll make me feel better.
I'll take it twice, and that'll compensate.
Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying?
Body image stuff.
Right, yoga class, haven't gone. Right, all that stuff. So this is a milestone. Sunday morning, and we're not going to a Bikram class, but we are going to a hot yoga class, and it's not one that I've ever. You haven't been to this before. I mean, neither one of us have been to it, but we heard it was fun. They play music, which I think is always fun. Alright, so I will let you know how the yoga class went when it is in the past tense. Okay. Say that again, what you just said.
Oh, I just said it was warm yoga.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly hot. But it was good enough.
Yeah, it got warm enough that it made it easier to move my body.
Yeah. It was good. I liked her teaching style. She's very kind of very, what's the word I want? Permissive. Yeah. One thing I was noticing, and I talked about this a little bit before we went into class, but I was really noticing how when I go to a yoga class, it's like I feel like I'm a little kid desperate for the teacher's approval. It's like, even though the teacher is like probably 24, you know? And like I maybe, and at the same time I'm like making all kinds of judgments about her, and it's I can tell that I'm making those judgments so that as an attempt to feel less vulnerable about wanting her approval. And I watch myself do that in every yoga class I go to. And at one point we were doing some kind of sort of a recovery pose, child pose or something. And she was coming around the room and like doing a little bit of massage on everyone's backs. And when she touched me, I burst into tears. And I realized that wanting her approval thing is just about wanting to know that I'm okay. Like that, they're like wanting to be reassured that I'm okay. It's not about like, because it feels like in the moment that it's competitive. Like I want to feel like I'm, special. but it's not about being special as opposed to the other people in the class being less special. It just hit me in that moment that I just wanted to feel like I was okay, that I mattered, and it just makes me think about what it must be like on some level for all kids when you're going into school for the first time. You know, well, for most kids, I should say, who have a life before they go to school where they can tell they're special and they're loved and that they're important and that whatever they're working on, struggling with, thinking about, as much as possible is going to be received and responded to. And then you go into this room with like 30 kids and one adult, and it's suddenly like that kind of adult attention becomes very meager and you don't get much of it. And I just was thinking about how desperate probably I felt, and probably a lot of kids felt when they're really young, to feel connected, you know, and cared about, and probably, you know, I'm sure I responded to that by wanting to, like, seeking approval, because that's probably the method at home that worked the best too. And some kids, the method that worked the best was acting out, and some kids, you know, didn't feel any hope at all, and they shut down.
It's really true, because you end up spending as much, if not more, time with that teacher as you do with your parents.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, I'm in touch with my 4th grade teacher now on Facebook. Facebook is this strange blessing and curse, but I think mostly blessing. At least that's my experience of it. Because it makes these things possible. It's not that it makes them, well, in some instances it makes it possible, but in a lot of cases it just makes it a lot easier. Anyway, she probably is watching this now. So it's funny. Hi! You know who you are. Anyway. Yeah, so I think it just brings up like really, really old feelings from way back in my early single-digit years of school that don't surface in my everyday life. But so one thing I did like about this class was I was saying the teacher is very permissive. I struggle in yoga classes sometimes because sometimes there'll be a pose or something suggested, and it feels really good, and I don't want to move on to the next thing that's coming on the agenda of the class, and it feels like the teacher's gonna be kind of miffed or at least stressed if I'm not following directions. And sometimes they are, but I felt like she was just like, this is for you, and a lot of times she was even just saying, here's some choices, you know, in a way that goes beyond most classes I've been in before. So it was nice. Stores Yoga, if you live nearby, Stores Yoga, hot yoga at 9 a.m. on Sundays. That's what we just went to for the first time, and I would do it again. I didn't catch the teacher's name, and I don't know if she's the one who's always there. She called it power yoga. She didn't call it hot yoga. But there was music playing, and yeah, it was good. You have any comments?
I enjoyed it.
You hear that right here? You just heard it. Jim's seal of approval. Thumbs up. Oh, wow.